Hey, what's up guys, the Commentator here, bringing you guys another bombastic Black Ops 2 video. And this is another game comparison video, and in this video we're going to be comparing Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So for the previous video where I compared games, Modern Warfare 3 and CSGO, I uploaded some Counter-Strike gameplay. So this time it would be just fair if I'd go with the Call of Duty. So I'm uploading some Call of Duty gameplay for this video. Hope you guys aren't that mad. So we're gonna be talking about all aspects of these two games, the graphics, the engine, everything. So let's get right into the video. First, let's talk a little bit about the graphics. So obviously, it's a fact that in Black Ops 2, graphics are better than in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And maybe it's not that noticeable when you play on consoles, but for me, a PC gamer, I really notice a difference. Especially when you set graphics in Black Ops 2 on extra and in CSGO to high, then you can see a difference that Black Ops 2 takes an advantage in the graphics section. Anyway, let's move on to the engine. So both of these games have very different engines. In Call of Duty you can aim, you can run faster, you can do all that jizz, but in Counter-Strike engine is a little bit more simplified. You can't run faster, you can't use killstreaks. Actually, all what you can do is shoot with your gun, throw grenades, and kill much enemies, and that's really fun. That's a fun part of Counter-Strike, and it just feels like the game has to be so. And on the other hand, Call of Duty just feels like it has to be with killstreaks, that it has to be with aiming, that it has to have a little bit less recoil, and all that stuff. So I think that engines for both of these games are pretty damn great. And to be honest, which one do I prefer? I actually can't answer this question 100% correctly, because all people have different preferences, and me, what do I prefer? I actually don't know. I love playing both games are fucking awesome, engines are awesome, and to be honest, lately I found myself playing a little bit more Black Ops 2 than Counter-Strike, but it doesn't mean that Counter-Strike is the worst game. I think it's an awesome game, but it really, as long as the engine goes, it comes only to the personal preference, and I personally can't say that which engine do I prefer, because I love going around with kill streaks, and I also love some really competitive gameplay in Counter-Strike. So with that being said, let's move on to the next part of the video, where I talk about the competitive gameplay. Which of these games is actually more competitive? And so Counter-Strike has been an awesome franchise. It's been there for a decade, and it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. The game is awesome, the engine is awesome, everything is awesome. But what makes Counter-Strike so good is actually the super competitive gameplay. That there are almost no noobs, because all players that play the game actually know how to use the gun, and if there are any noobs, they are getting killed in a second. And that's very good about the Counter-Strike. There can't be any noobs. Nobody's actually being so retarded. There are no noob guns, and the game just feels fucking awesome because the gameplay is so competitive. But as long as the Call of Duty goes, with Black Ops 2, Treyarch has gone really a step forward, because they made a recoil way bigger on all weapons. At least I feel so, and it's way more competitive than Modern Warfare 3, but still not as competitive as Counter-Strike. Just because there are some noobs, still some noobs use bazookas, and some noobish kill streaks like this guy using this helicopter, mini helicopter. I don't even remember how that heli was called. But anyway, as long as the competitivism goes, competitivism. Anyway, let's just move on. So as long as the competitivism man, let me just continue. As long as the blah 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 goes, I think CSGO takes an advantage in this, but it also comes to personal preference. Do you want to play a super competitive game, or do you want to play just a fairly competitive game where you just run around and kill some dummies? So we're coming to the end of the video, and in conclusion I can say that both games fucking rock. Counter-Strike is very competitive, Call of Duty has better graphics, and both games are just great. Which game do I actually prefer? Well, in the previous video it was really easy to answer, because I really hate Modern Warfare 3 and I prefer CSGO over it. But in this video it's really hard to answer, because I actually don't know which game do I prefer. I love both of these games, and I just don't feel like I love one more than the other. Anyway, I'll leave this question to you guys. Which game do you prefer, Black Ops 2 or CSGO? Leave your answers in the comment section down below, and remember to say why you like that particular game. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.